Everything looks good so far. And hello everyone, Nerui here. It's time once again for more Final Fantasy XIV. Things are getting interesting here. Let's see. Last time we started to fully explore this area in the distant past. We managed to meet a number of surprisingly familiar faces, and, well, the cat came out of the bag, and now the folks I've been traveling with now know I'm from their future. And actually trying to figure out, okay, what is the reason why I was sent back to this point in time to get the answers I need to try and, you know, stop the final days.
You will find a truth long hidden, dear friend.
Oh, looks like an instant scenario's coming up.
Let neither side hold back. My blade sings!
Uh-oh. Maybe I should do this encounter on a job I'm more comfortable with, rather than Black Mage.
You definitely should.
At the moment, I'm having a fight against Vana, who wants to test my strength, and yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be doing good on this with Black Mage. So let's see if this job I can step it up.
Let neither side hold back.
Done.
My blade sings! sings! Impressive. I shall have to try something different. No quarter. Have a taste. I see you won't be easily overcome, but neither will I. Prepare yourself.
I can help you, Sonya.
Yeah, and focus no good. Trying to keep on my toes for this fight with the knot.
We've only just begun. Come at me with your all. Very well. Let us move to the final trial. accept your burdens and show me your strength of will! You still stand. The people of your time are more resilient than I had dared hope. I have seen enough.
Whew. Okay, so that fight's done.
'Twas my intent to finish it, but clearly I underestimated you. One would think I never learn. I made the same mistake with Azem when we first sparred. Despite being less than half my age, her strength was astounding. As is yours. 'Tis plain you have weathered considerable hardship. Far more even than your tales would suggest. It seems we have both learned much on our journeys. Well now, I dare say he has warmed to you. A boon to be sure. He never forgets his favorites, and is ever eager to come to their aid.
And Shiny Doggo likes me now. Yay! A flower upon your return. All right, I'm finally free from that little trial. Apologies if I was a little bit quiet during all that. I felt I needed to focus for that fight. And yeah, and for the record, yes, I am in up in Elpis.
Lovely.
At the far south of the island, over nearest Poitin Oikos. Now I can switch back to Black Mage or any one of my casters, really, so I can keep up the aesthetic. Because I need to shift over to Dancer in order to be able to do that fight and still have the movement that I'm going to need, that I'm accustomed to. I'd imagine this little ride on Argos is going to take me up elsewhere here on these islands.
Quite a small place, lacking even the most basic equipment. The present may yield no clues, but we may yet try perusing the past. Have you done this before? So you cannot control the power freely. Worry not. I shall assist you. Come and stand before me. There are two ways to see the past. The first entails peering through the walls of the soul in the moment a subject is recalling a memory. The second requires no subject, and is instead a process of piecing together an event from ripples left in the ambient ether. As memories are etched upon the ether of the soul, so too are they etched upon the ether of the world. In this way can history be preserved. Such memories are given to fading, however, and can prove challenging to visit. But come, let us try. Close your eyes.
I wonder, could this little thing here help us to be able to use the echo to peer into the past at will?
All units fully functional and proceeding on course towards their respective stars.
Interesting.
Estimated time to completion of survey is 108 cycles. End of status report. Severing connection with shared consciousness. Did you hear that, Hermes? All is well.
Yes. Good tidings at long last. Every step of the way, I've been reminded how little we understand creation. How the universe defies imagination.
But soon we won't need to speculate. We'll know the answers. What others live for.
Indeed. And we'll owe it all to you and your sisters.
I wonder what answers we will get.
Whatever intelligent beings that exist out there are bound to be vastly different from us. Diverse in form and culture, possessed of unique ways of thinking. Their conception of life and its purpose will be no exception. completely and utterly unlike ours.
Utterly unlike... How?
I have no idea. Yet whatever answers we receive, I will not dismiss them out of hand. No, I will think earnestly on them all. And I will share them with our people, that together we may contemplate our own existence. Perhaps then our star will become a better place. Not only for man, but for all life. Meteon, though I gave you wings to soar the heavens, I did not teach you how to walk the earth. So loath was I to bind another living being. In the course of your long journey, you will learn from those you meet. Learn to walk and run and so much more. And when you return, older and wiser, we will have a celebration to mark your homecoming and coming of age both.
Will there be apples? Covered in syrup?
And how are you supposed to eat them? Rather than food, perhaps... a flower. Yes. Upon your return, I will gift you a beautiful flower.
So, what is your opinion? I understand. He is a gentle soul, and well-intentioned. Yet it does not take ill intent to beget ill. We must consider the possibility that something may have gone awry. Perhaps it was oversight, or simply an accident. In light of this, I propose that we reveal your tale to Hermes himself. If he does not wish for the final days, as we believe, he may well join us in pursuing a solution. Then it is settled. Let us seek out our friend with all swiftness. 'Twould not do to let such a pure soul be blackened by tragedy.
Okay, and free from the cutscene.
Magnificent.
So, before we get too deep into the story and the lore, should we do a roulette to make sure we keep things spiced up and varied?
Most certainly. If you're ready for that.
Yep. I'm good. I'm good to go.
A moment. We'll make its way over to you now. There you are now. So which one do we take?
That is the question, isn't it?
Always. How about a bit of leveling to start us off?
That sounds good. Yeah, black mage and white mage. And the Airy.
Been a while since we've been here.
Oh, indeed. And judging by the cutscene viewing, I'm guessing our samurai, this is their first time here.
Looks like it. Let's hurry this up, shall we? Some of us are places to be.
Alright, first boss done, quick and easy. just a fight with a big, angry dragon.
Hey, hit this fucker already. Never mind.
Yeah, it looks like I don't have LB assigned to the hot bar on Black Mage. I'll have to fix that. Still trying to adjust to the how Black Mage feels after the recent patch changes. the more I play, the more part of me more wants to weigh in on my thoughts, given apparently a lot of the negative feelings that are going around towards the how the Black Mage has been changed in this most recent patch. But at the same time, that also kind of feels like it's potentially stirring up a bit of a hornet's nest, because from what little I've seen of it, a lot of people speaking on it are very passionate about it. And the only thing I will say is that, at least coming from a non-Black Mage main, I've always kind of enjoyed a Black Mage and the kind of potential damage that it could deal out, but I always end up feeling kind of punished in fights that required a high amount of mobility, because Black Mage's kit basically ultimately boiled down to sit in one place and cast spells, being a magic turret. So you're having fun with that, aren't you? For a moment there, you had a shield on me that pretty much nearly completely eclipsed my health bar. So you basically had, for the briefest of moments, had me overhealed to a point where you had almost double my my HP ready to go.
Yep. Hey, level 100 White Mage, great.
Yeah, I'm questioning how much of that is a level 100 White Mage and how much of that is just me being level 90 who's still wearing level 80 gear.
You're level 92.
Close enough.
To be fair, literally the bell is very potent. Well, now, are you ready to continue the MSQ?
Okay, looks like our next stop is the Northern Islands. Which, from what I can tell, it doesn't look like there is a aetheroid up there. But northward we go. A new side quest to unlock an Aethernet. Might as well pick that up since I'm here. The Aether Current, I mean. Oh, and there's another one over on that, over there. I'm gonna make sure to pick these up because, yeah, as soon as I can get these, I want to I want to be able to pop it so I can learn how to fly in here. Ah, there you are. Okay, those two are picked up, so I can now get those last two quest-related Aether Currents at my leisure. Now, onward and upward. looks like him itself is officially back in this. Yeah, part of me is understandably a bit nervous considering how much Stormy, how much you've built up this this area, and there being some kind of major twist coming. That is kind of a rather frightening concept. A marble marquee. I mean, a marble with that many mouths, there is no safe zone to avoid what they're dishing out. Okay. I think I found him.
My apologies for keeping you waiting. I understand there is a matter you wish to discuss.
Aye. A matter of the utmost gravity, if one can suspend disbelief. Go on then. Tell him what you told us. Who you are, and why you came.
The final days.
The phenomena observed during these star-encompassing calamities is likely the product of a dynamis reaction. And none is more versed in the applications of this energy than you, Hermes. I must stress that we do not believe you would desire such destruction. We come not to lodge accusations, but to beg your wisdom. And so, distressing though the exercise may be, I ask that you share with us your opinion on the matter, on the assumption that our visitor's tale is true.
Even you, Vana. As you say, the phenomena observed in the two calamities may both be attributed to dynamis. Of note is the difference in its effect. In the first final days, it warped creation magics. In the second, it warped the people themselves. The key variable, I suspect, is the etheric density of the men of each age. As you know, ether, in essence, negates dynamis. Harboring high concentrations of ether, we ancients cannot readily manipulate dynamis, nor be manipulated by it. Therefore, rather than ourselves, the calamity affected our magics. In contrast, having been sundered, the people of the future are composed of but a fraction of our ether. Thus are they susceptible to the influence of dynamis and its transformative potential. But that would explain only the mechanism, not the cause. Though perhaps...
What is it? Even should it be a hypothesis, we would hear it.
Yes, I'd like to hear this hypothesis.
dynamis is an energy put in motion by feelings. Feelings for which there must first exist a source. A source to which the victims must be attuned. One that harbors the selfsame negative emotions. Elsewise it could not be the agent of such extreme change.
So it wasn't the stagnation of the celestial currents. Someone, or something, is instigating the star's
Was that
demise.
Listening and
So,
reacting to what's
We've
going
a
on
villain
in front
our
of me.
hands, after all. Any idea who or what it could be?
The celestial currents comprise the outermost layer of the star's ether, encasing it like a protective sphere. According to your tale, it was where the currents were weakest that the phenomena first manifested. If the inciting factor came from without a Theris, then its effects would first be seen in those locations.
Greetings. Can you hear me? Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, know your thoughts. May we please be friends?
Meteon. What is it?
Executing scheduled task, suspending individual self and connecting to shared consciousness. Connection established. Commencing status report. It hurts, it hurts!
What the hell?
So hot, so cold, so sad. I don't understand. Make it stop. Please, make it stop.
Steady, Meteon. Steady.
So scared, so lonely. The pain, it's too much. Why? Why? Why do we? They hurt. Hurt. Hate. This is wrong. All wrong.
She's gone? But how?
She has altered her etheric density in order to blend in with her surroundings, an ability for avoiding confrontation.
Most effective. Frustratingly so. I can't see her either. Not even a trace.
Stay away. Please. This is wrong. My mistake. So please.
Are you all right? In your mind? No. We only heard her speak the instant before she vanished.
Of course. When communicating without words, Meteon also employs dynamis. That will explain why you were able to hear her, when we could not.
Then you are our best chance of finding her. Follow her voice and try to track her down. Hindered though we may be, let us split up and search as well.
Oh, whatever that was, that cannot be good.
You have no idea, no.
So we've got. So we have a. So, if I'm understanding this correctly, we potentially have a potential extraterrestrial threat that is invading the star that runs primarily on dynamis. That is the one that's causing all these issues that are appearing during both instances.
Don't try to
of
figure
violence.
out what's going on just yet. It'll all click and become clear soon enough. You're getting closer, but you're not there yet. You don't have all the pieces of the puzzle. You might come to an incorrect conclusion if you don't have all the pieces.
Right now, I'm just trying to make the best guess I have with what I've currently got. No sign of Meteon there.
All will become clear in time, Nate. All will become clear. Have patience. All will become there soon.
Hold still and down. We need to find out what's wrong so we can try and, you know, prevent the end of days.
Honestly, nay.
Aha. To the south.
pissing off everything from here to Kugane, aren't you?
I am doing my best. You know, stealth is not my thing.
Stealth is not what?
Stealth is not my thing.
You do realize it could be. Stealth may not be your thing, but it's one of our things.
whatever she's heard, the news must be pretty dire. She's that afraid of breaking Hermes' heart.
Aha! Give chase. We shall herd her into the shelter.
Please, Mission. We must speak.
I'm sorry, Hermes. I'm so sorry. If someone can hear these words, then please. Please protect them. Protect them all. Individual self-suspended. Connection with shared consciousness stable. Our survey is complete. We shall now report our findings. All units safely arrived at their respective destinations. Seeking answers to Hermes' question, we attempted to make contact with the intelligent denizens of each star. Results are as follows, in order of numerical code. Enna. Traces of civilization found. Structures believed to have served as domiciles. No extant life forms detected. Dio. Ruined remnants of buildings scattered across star, surface of which is encased in ice. Presence of life could not be verified. Tria. Evidence of large population centers, akin to cities recovered. No extant life forms found, only their lingering essence. Tessera. Edifices surmised to be abandoned residences found. No extant life forms detected. Deadly plague or extreme environmental degradation likely to have led to mass extinction.
They are all dead.
Octo. Star found in state of violent conflict. Contact successfully made with inhabitants, but deployment of weapons of mass destruction resulted in total annihilation of local population shortly thereafter. Inea. Star is a barren desert. No identifiable flora found.
What the?
Bones of living beings resembling men discovered beneath sands, but determination regarding their intelligence inconclusive.
Remind me, Hermes, what exactly was the question you entrusted to Meteion?
I tasked her with asking what others live for. What gives their lives meaning.
Did you consider what may happen if the premise of the question is flawed? To be able to answer it, one must be living and desire to continue doing so. But if Meteion finds no living beings in the course of her journey, or none who desire to live, what then? What answers would she derive from their silence?
Meteion, enough! Suspend your mission and return hither at once.
I'll be right back, Knight.
Decapente. Local civilization once flourished under auspices of higher power. Said power later laid waste to civilization in fit of rage. Upon revealing this to me, entity elected to self-terminate in lieu of providing answer to question. No other intelligent life forms found.
Turning a deaf ear, are we? We are taking Meteion back to Amarot. As I understand, we will need her if we are to bring back all of her sisters.
Yes. Meteion. It isn't right, is it? It isn't right to turn away from the answer. Even if the answer is pain. Even if we aberrations must scream ourselves hoarse to be heard.
okay.
Aye. Whatever answers we find, I will not dismiss them out of hand. These words I said to you, and I will hold myself to them.
What is the meaning of this?
You cannot take Meteon, not until she has finished her report. All else must wait.
You fool!
So the results of those reports so far seem to imply just nothing but dead worlds out there. At least where they've been to.
Well, no, I just found out what the sound was that we kept confusing it.
Hmm?
Some idiots accidentally locked themselves out of the kitchen. We've been trying to get in.
Looks like it's time for the new dungeon. Kitsis Hyperborea. Right. The Lady 7 dungeon is unlocked and ready to go.
Do you think it wise?
Yeah, there's no further progression until we queue up with the dungeon.
This is true. I got a question then. Are you ready?
Yep. I'll go summoner
Choose
over.
your best job for this one. Very well,
Bet.
great summoner. But
I mean, if you want the best.
jammy bugger. Are you ready? This will change everything.
Probably not, but I don't have much choice at this point. Cue us up.
We need to put a healer and another DPS. Shouldn't be hard to find. Did you just...
I'm a dancer. I need to select a dance partner.
So...
If this is the big point where things change, then I am understandably a lot more nervous about this dungeon than I was before.
No, it's the story cutscenes that are most important.
Less than 5 minutes, or at least that's the average wait time. So many varying pieces that point at different spots. Got one piece saying that the most apparent root cause of both instances of the final days is the effect of dynamis. Possible incursion points being at where the barriers of ether are at their weakest, which could imply an external threat coming in and messing with things. The Meteon on basically all coming to find dead worlds, or worlds that were in the final throes of death before dying outright. And that last one before we got interrupted. A world that apparently had some degree of peace, but attuning it to some kind of higher power, but then that higher power having a fit of rage and wiping everything out. Without any kind of context for what that particular Meteon saw, could be a factor similar
Meteon.
to Meteon.
Pronounced as Meteon. Meteon, most like meteor. There's a reason for that. The reason it's pronounced the way it is and if it is certain, the reason it believes certain, certainly is technically spoiler territory.
So it's pronounced like meteor. And that makes a name come to my mind where I'm going to be going severely oh fuck if this little thought ends up panning out to be right.
What's that?
Genova. Only time will tell whether or not that thought ends up being just me leaping to conclusions, or if there's any merit to it. Here we go.
Ready.
Else I might be forced to...
Whew.
Cocky bitch.
I'll greed on those since those are finally a bit higher than the gear I've got on.
Just get the tombstone, get from the
It'll fill in the gaps until I can actually gain access to the tombstone gear. Right now, I don't have access to purchase tombstone gear, so my hands are tied.
Hey, your fault for not visiting Rotterdam when you had the chance.
Last time I was at Raz and Han, there weren't any vendors I could buy tombstone gear from. Yeah, last I checked. All I could find in those market areas was the stuff for the crafters.
Stay away!
Wrong market area. Look at the right market, not the left market. When you arrive at the Easter egg, go to the left doorway, not the right doorway. They're completely separate for Tombstone here and Tombstone Endgame. And Raid Gear. Right hallway is for crafting, left hallway is for
Yeah, that's the thing. I did look in the left hallway. There weren't any vendors showing up.
Sure.
I mean, last I checked, we could go and check after we're done with this dungeon.
Yeah, go pick up actually triggered in today's event. It might be for instance. Oh, don't worry. Once we leave here, well, considering the fact that this is a dungeon itself, technically this is the same equivalent. Technically, of a series journey. Continue with the next part. Besides, you're gonna need some time to. You're gonna need a path.
We'll see what
Or your response is going to be your equivalent version of what the heck, because everything is about to change. What you're about to learn happens in this very dungeon.
Oh, great. It's the vaults all over again.
Is that again?
I said it's the vaults all over again.
It's jog a bunch of memory.
Considering, you know, the vaults back in Heaven's Ward and Harshapont, not the fondest of memories.
Right. Yeah, no, it's never as bad as that. It's not. Well, let's just say what you're about to learn will apply a lot of context. It'll also probably change how you see the ads very much. suck. Ow.
Okay, I have no idea how to predict where that breath is going to be coming from. Fuck. Oh, that hurt.
See? Meteor. Sounds like meteor.
I must hear their answers before they're expunged from existence. So, it comes to this. I've no wish to fight, but this time, I cannot yield. Though the world may think me a mad, desperate fool, I will hold fast to my conviction.
Ready.
Let's do this.
I will have the time and tranquility I require. Gust and gale, gather to me! Ancient brand, unleash your power! Dancing winds, pierce my foe! Stars on high, all is rain! Streams of ether! Surge as one!
Oh, that ain't good.
Dancing winds, pierce my foe! Stars on high, all is rain!
Yeah, crap.
Even when transformed, but I am not finished yet.
Hit him now.
No! My power!
and the healer was just saying that I got some crazy cutscenes ahead of me. Oh, joy.
It's over, Hermes. In the name of the Convocation, I hereby take Meteion into custody. And setting aside the matter of your nomination, you will come with us too. We require your knowledge to assess and resolve the situation.
Meteion, I am so sorry. With that, I could have listened to your report in full. Reflected upon its meaning and conveyed it to others, that they might reconsider their chosen course. But I have failed, and that wish will never be realized. However, ere our fates become the province of others, I bid you tell me just one thing. Was there happiness in those distant stars? Was there a reason for living?
We conducted our search as per your instructions. We scoured historical records, communed with the spirits of the deceased, heard the final testaments of the dying, welcomed their shadowed hearts into our own. One race had striven to create a world bereft of animosity. They renounced relationships to avoid interpersonal strife, and in so doing brought about societal collapse. One race had renounced war and devoted itself to the enrichment of its people. They were conquered. Though they destroyed the enemy in reprisal, they could not regain their former glory. One race had concluded that finite time was the root of all woes. Aspiring to shatter its shackles, they went in search of infinity. They discovered nothing is infinite, and that neither time or death can be cheated. Disillusioned, they gave up on the future and themselves. One race had discarded all things that gave rise to sorrow, hoping to have only joy. They found joy lost its savor in the absence of sorrow, and lost their will to live. Though worlds apart, these peoples shared a belief. The belief that they had tried their best. That they had tried to fulfill their potential with every step and success. In the course of which, they learned the truth. That they would never be free of fear and sorrow, anger and despair, of loneliness, so long as they yet lived. Even now their souls cry out for oblivion. And to this song of anguish, I lend my voice. We lend our voice. Oh, beloved mankind, shimmering jewels of beautiful Etheris, rejoice, for we will free you from the cruel yoke of existence. There is no need to strive. struggle in vain, for in nihility awaits salvation. You will know peace and serenity, and it will be beautiful. We will make our nest at the edge of the universe, and there in the dark of dead worlds hoard sorrow and suffering. There we will sing, our chorus ever louder and ever clearer, that our song may reach even this ether-shrouded star. Such is the answer we have found in the stars. Such is the gift we now offer to Atheris.
Who are you to decide our fate? To decree we live or die? Have you lost your mind? You heard what she said. She means to destroy us all, yet you'd still take her side?
In the name of the star, we have discarded those creations that we deemed flawed. If we ourselves are flawed, does it not stand to reason that we too should be discarded?
That is sophistry, and you know it!
Perhaps it is. Perhaps I am wrong. But who is to say that you are right? Let us settle this with a determination. In my authority as Chief Overseer of Elpis, I will make a judgment on man's fitness to exist. If he can learn to value all life and retain his will to live, even should his end be justified, he will surely find a way to revert his demise. If not, he will perish in stone. As with all determinations, provisions must be made to ensure fairness. Kairos! Awaken!
Memory reconfiguration system Kairos activated. Awaiting instruction.
Command. Universal memory alteration. Target area. Catesis Hyperborea. Starting point. Arrival of Emmett Selk of the Convocation at Propylion. Endpoint. The present. Erase the memories of all events, and replace with a vague recollection of the following. I was here, preparing to demonstrate the functionality of Kairos to Emmett Selk and Hitherdays. Meteon's shared consciousness became unstable. She and her sisters could not sustain their existence, and all dissipated with the burst. The resultant shockwave accidentally triggered Kairos, which erased several days of memories from all present. Execute.
Command acknowledged. Initializing. 3 processes remaining to execution.
Bravo. I dare say one would be hard-pressed to make it fairer. Everything that you told us, everything that has happened, the fact we've even met, it will all be gone.
Go, Meteor. To the edge of the universe, where none can reach you.
Hermes, won't you come with me? If you were to shed your flesh, I should be able to carry you.
I will remain. As a man, I will oppose the oblivion you bring.
Silly fool. Had you said yes, I would have granted you the gentlest end.
This ends here!
Fly, Meteor!
That is far enough, Hermes!
Argos, to me!
First process complete. 2 remaining to execution of memory reconfiguration.
As if we needed more pressure. No matter what, you cannot forget what happened today. For it is the key to saving your future. Your world. This fight is our fight. What comes after, our problem to contend with. Not yours. No. Your own struggle awaits. And no one else can take your place. You must flee this place with your memories intact. And I will see that you do. Now then, where is it? There you are, my little confluence.
Very well, then. You may elude us this day, but not forever.
Meteon's gotten away.
Second process complete. 1 remaining to execution.
No time for brooding. Listen well. Beyond lies a spatial confluence that connects the interior sections of this building. I will destroy the confluence and force open a way outside. When I do, you must jump through.
I cannot tell you how sorry I am. But neither can I let you escape!
Too brave by half. Exemplary work, as always, Emmett Selk.
What?
But how? I thought the confluence was... over...
Over there? Yes. We were rather hoping we would.
It was never anywhere but where it is now. The instant those two began making their way towards nothing, 'twas clear the plan was a diversion.
I'm quite incapable of destroying a confluence, I must confess.
A gambit brazen beyond words. Though we've grown accustomed to reckless improvision due to the antics of an incorrigible associate. Though, in the case of certain present company, incorrigible is an understatement. Honestly, I'm beginning to suspect it's a requirement for every Azek. There's no time! Quickly! Even now, I do not believe your tale. I would not suffer us to walk such a wretched path. Still, if it must be said, do not squander it. The legacy I leave you.
Final process complete. Executing universal memory alteration.
Go, Argos! I'm fine. Just a little tired. Can it be true? Are we the only ones left who see beauty in the world? In life? Are the stars above no more than husks of fallen civilizations? And yet, I feel her. Though she is unimaginably distant, I feel Meteon's presence, and the place where to we must go. Ere she made good her escape, I placed an enchantment upon her, one which allows us to follow her trail. She has already left the outermost bounds of Aetheris, and continues on her way. Given the vastness of the universe, it will still be no easy feat to track her down. But thanks to Emmet Selk and his Ladeus, all is not lost. We remember. So long as we remember, our fates remain ours to shape. What indeed? Let us begin by ascertaining the situation at Catesis Hyperborea, where the others should still be. Given the likely state of their memories, however, it would be imprudent for us to approach them directly. In which case... I am sorry, my friend. I've asked much of you this day. But may I trouble you one last time? Argos will investigate in our stead. We will share in his consciousness and see and hear as if we were with him. Now, close your eyes and open your mind.
Thank goodness you are unharmed.
Unharmed? There is a gaping hole in my memories. I can scarcely remember arriving here in Elpis.
Forgive me. I was preparing to demonstrate the functionality of Kairos to our guests. But Meteion, her shared consciousness became unstable. And she...
So, that's what prompted the state of alert. And when you went to investigate, you were caught in Kairos's accidental operation.
So it would seem. It's all a blur to me.
Such an unfortunate accident. Oh, and what of Venar and your other companion? You went inside together, as I recall.
We did?
If Venar was with us, I have no recollection of it. But that there is her familiar, is it not? The fellow seems happy enough, so I think it's safe to assume his mistress is well. I haven't the slightest notion who this other companion might be, however.
Ah, well, that individual struck me as a bit different, for want of a better word. Perhaps it wasn't actually a person, but some manner of creation.
Curious. I must ask Venar about it when next we meet.
Yes, you do that. Now, if we may tend to Hermes, whatever this Meteion did, it seems he bore the brunt of it. Once you are fit to travel, you will return with us to Amarot. We need to make certain there are no other ill effects. Also, I am here on business of the 14. We've already had the conversation, like as not, but since your toy wiped my memory, we'll have to have it again.
Yes, of course. As you see fit.
This Kairos, it manipulates memories through the emission of etheric waves, correct? There is a theory which holds that memories scoured by blasts of ether are restored when the soul is cleansed in the underworld. If true, then perhaps when our time comes to return to the star, we shall remember these few days we have lost.
I doubt aught of interest occurred. Look forward to the revelation if you like, but I should prefer to reminisce on more meaningful moments.
Let us rest, if only for a while. After all, you and I... oh, we still have a long, long way to go.
Well, I'm finally free of the cutscenes. And that's a lot to take in.
Culture change.
So all that time in the past, forming actually bonds of friendship and deepening things with Hythlodaeus and Emmett Selk, all wiped. I guess Hermes, or well, rather the in this time soon to be appointed Friend Daniel,
Correct.
all ended up deciding to put humanity on trial because of because of the results of the meteors. Basically, going out and finding a bunch of dead space and just coming up with with their answer to joy and
You
meaning.
realize that the memories of us were wiped like this, essentially creating a stable time. Everything from the Asians that has occurred up to this point now present. It already happened. We're directly responsible for this. Or at least we played a direct part. Essentially, it's bootstrap. Majorly fucked up, which I'm proud of. We came back into the past and were able to affect the past because we were always in the past. However, Meteon's findings were not correct. Meteon would have found the... I covered the same clues we got. But one could assume that it's actually because of our influence. And that was why I was able to escape. Does she remind me?
looks like it's time to accompany Vanat to make the return trip back to our own time.
Go.
I'll make the return here for the side quests later.
That would be wise. There's about 50 of them. Every single one of the side quests here is opens up another quest chain.
Yep. I was more specifically referring to the two to unlock flying.
Oh no, you'll want every single one of them here. There's a lot of them. There's like
Oh, yeah,
50 of them.
Gonna get them all in time. I'm just saying
This area alone.
yeah, gonna get them all in time. But the immediate pressing matter is the two remaining that will unlock the flight in this area, which will make things.
Oh no, there's a couple that actually don't actually unlock the current that you've actually.
Yeah, but I picked up the two remaining that unlock the ether currents. But for now, after all that, we need to return home, and well, the Scions are in for one hell of a debriefing.
There are more chains. There are a lot of chains. They're in. Your mic is going on crazy.
Oh, we're at one of those several cutscenes will play in sequence points. How long would you say the series of cutscenes here are? General time frame, do you think, for the series of cutscenes? I'll start once I speak to Vana here.
Couldn't tell you, but you don't want to miss out this time. This is not where you want to end it.
I see. Right then. Let's do this.
So,
So it begins.
it is within. The portal that brought you hither, and will take you home. May you and yours emerge triumphant. Make use of the knowledge you have gained, that your days in Elpis and our friend's sacrifice be not in vain. With Meteion free to pursue her designs, 'tis only a matter of time until the final days are upon us. We must be ready. From fortifying our defenses to securing our escape, there is much to be done. In spite of this, we cannot allow the report that set this calamity in motion to become common knowledge. Were the masses to learn the fates of the other stars, I fear the situation would spiral out of our control. I must carefully consider who can be trusted and bring them into the fold. Ordinarily, I wouldn't hesitate to call upon the 14. However, it was the desire for a fair determination that drove Hermes to attempt to erase our memories. Were he made aware of it, there is no telling whether he would remain a friend or become a foe. Alternately, we might try to alienate him from the convocation. Yet in doing so, we would deprive ourselves of a brilliant mind who would be invaluable in the crises to come. Quite the dilemma. Which is why I must work independently of the Convocation. Regardless of how we proceed, if we are to permanently avert the final days, we must be equal to Hermes' challenge. We must prove that mankind is worthy to exist. And this hinges, I think, on how we confront the all-consuming despair that accompanies a senseless and seemingly inevitable end. Bewildered and divided, we would perish like the peoples of those celestial ruins. We could not hope to survive the final days, much less take the battle to Meteion at her nest. We must find a way to defeat despair, to unite and prepare as many as possible for the struggle ahead. Heavy will weigh the burden of guiding this legion of souls. Yet I have faith in mankind's potential. As long as he believes in himself, there is naught he cannot achieve. So I will not give up on him. On us. You may find your world to be very different. Or perhaps the erasure of our friends' memories has sown the seeds of a conjunction between us. We cannot know until the moment is at hand. So shall I strive to do my best, taking naught for granted as I walk my path. And I pray you walk with me to the end. As you move forward, so too will I, as will all, resolved to fight for the morrow. And when mankind has found the strength to stand against despair, we shall silence the song of oblivion. She who sings it will learn our journey is far from over. This I promise. Fare you well, my light of the future, till we meet again.
From this day forth, I shall strive to bring honor to the seat of Vandana. Even now, I remember standing there, locked in a moment where the sky is aflame. Where stars fall as tears, and screams darken the seas. Where resignation rots the trees.
where terror twists magics into abominations. Such is the lament of they who have gone before. The song of they who tried and failed to create a better world. The song of the end. That which hides at the edge of the universe is no longer hope's creation. It is hopelessness incarnate. That day, mankind saw half of its number sacrificed to bring forth Zodiark. And covering the star in a shroud of ether, we forestalled the final days. Yet the cries echoed still. We wept for innocence lost, wailed for death inevitable. A reality too terrible to bear. And for too many who sought comfort in gilded memories of joyful days and tranquil nights.
This is all wrong! Why must we suffer so?
It needn't be like this. No. There must be a way to restore things to the way they were. To reclaim the perfect paradise we once had.
No, my friends. Suffering exists, and we cannot pretend otherwise. No civilization, however great, could eliminate it. If we would live, we must accept it as our constant companion. Let us not seek to forget this tragedy. Let us carry it in our hearts, that we may grow stronger and know true happiness.
We can't accept it! We won't accept it! It will be ours again! A world free of sorrow!
No, it will not. For there has ever been sorrow. Mankind was but spared its biting sting for a time. So please, open your eyes. To try and reclaim those lives we lost by sacrificing yet more isn't wisdom. It is weakness. No paradise is without its shadows. If we cannot accept this truth and learn from our pain, then our plight shall be repeated.
O mighty Zodiark! God, born of our boundless faith, we bid you, hear our prayer. Accept this offering of lives, and deliver unto us the lives we once had. Deliver unto us the days of old, the days when the star was a font of love, and we knew naught but bliss.
You would destroy it? Our beautiful world?
Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in. The heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all, a people. Beacons of light and life. Laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning and my purpose. My love. In spite of, or perhaps because of this, I choose to believe in mankind's potential, in his ability to find a way forward. So let there be no way back. From that temptation, I sunder us. No more shall man have wings to bear him to paradise. Henceforth, he shall walk. All is excruciating pain. I breathe fire and torment. I birth a world of suffering to mire and plague. In one fleeting moment, lives come and go, ever moving towards the unknown. And in that fleeting moment, they cry for the answer to the question. Why, given life, are they meant to suffer, to die? As fragmented, imperfect beings, yours is a never-ending quest. A quest to find your purpose, knowing your end is assured. To find the strength to continue when all strength has left you. To find joy, even as darkness descends. And amidst deepest despair, light everlasting. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine. When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
I don't understand.
I'm not sure I have words at this moment to really express what I just experienced. I mean, it, for starters, Answers has just taken on a whole new, much deeper meaning.
Told you. Changed everything, didn't it? Contextualized everything you know about the Ascians, about Heidelin. Hearing about the source, the burst, and how he Yep. Heidelin is Fanat.
She turned herself into a primal to seal away his zodiac, so that people couldn't pray to him, to try and bring back what they lost, basically try and force them to walk forward.
And now about the effect is temporary. Do you realize what this means? Power with blessing of life. Why the crimes among heavens?
going to mute the sound for the time being, because definitely want to be able to easily hear what you're saying, because yeah, I was having a hard time hearing you over the music.
Well, what do you believe it means? Heidelin's blessing. Heidelin is a primal.
It's tempering.
Yep. They're not the malicious type that we're more familiar with. Essentially, the blessing of light is a form of temperance. Though a more benign, it does make us immune to being tempered.
Mm-hmm. So, unlike the
similar to tempering, but it is basically yes.
Similar principle. Whereas
essentially it is, but
yeah. Whereas the tempering we've seen from from most other primals, corrupts the mind and forces them to be willing sycophants. Heidelin's blessing, her tempering, just gives us gives us immunity from other forms of tempering because already tempered, but still leaves our minds intact in our own, so we can still make our own choices.
It's because of what Heidelin is. Her existence is to prevent the primal zodiac. A primal's origin often affects its exact nature, as we've already seen with the other primals. All the way back in Heaven's World, we saw how the nature of primals beginning.
Every primal we come across, that pretty much every primal we come across up till this point was born from the prayers of people who were in desperate need or desire for succor.
Yep. Whereas in the case of Heidelin, there was more purity involved. But Heidelin, which I can't exactly remember exactly what Heidelin was. But Heidelin is essentially the antithesis of Zodiac.
Yeah. Zodiac was formed to try and forestall the final days, and in a desire for by the ancients to reclaim the days they had before or things fell apart. And if they were left to their own devices, they all would have fallen under Zodiac's temper.
Yep.
And with them being so desperate for a time and age that has now come and gone because for without me having a definitive name for it, the Song of Oblivion. Their cries would have kept on going unfulfilled until they would have bled the land dry of ether, and thus basically bringing the final days upon them again. I should have recognized the name the name of this quest here. Thou must live, die, and know. With how many times I've heard answers played.
Yep.
Ay, ay, ay. Alright. I suppose with that's done, before I do anything else, I'm going to head to Razathan and see if the vendors for the level 90 gear are finally there or not. Ay, ay, ay. So this is the what you were waiting for me to see.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm on the left side of the one, and there are not any vendors here that I can access, so they are still not unlocked for me yet.
Where have you gone? A moment.
Yeah, unless I'm in the completely wrong place, I might need you to need you to show me where they're at.
They haven't spawned yet.
Nope, not for me.
Well, no, they are there. You just can't access them, apparently.
Yeah, I
Those
currently
NPCs that's standing behind that barrier, those are the vendors.
yeah
Apparently
yeah
unavailable.
yeah I can't interact with them yet. And of course, once I am going to be dumping all of my tomestones of poetics into getting gear.
That would be unwise. You're nearly level 100. It would be best, honestly, if you were doing that. Simply get your artifact gear. Once you unlock it. Ah, you are level 100. That creates an interesting wrinkle. Ah, very interesting wrinkle.
Currently,
Yeah, level 100 on a lot of stuff.
currently only one for each major role.
Note. That does make things more awkward, though. Dancer, Red Mage, Astrologian. Really? Leveled Astro? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Dragoon. Gunbreaker is the 100, alright?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The fact you've level 100 fishing, really.
Like I said, ocean fishing is a really damn good way to farm experience for Fisher. The one caveat to ocean fishing is that the ocean fishing voyages only proc every, if memory serves off the top of my head, because it has been a little bit since I've done it last, about every 2 hours real time. So,
Of course.
so you can miss it.
course you bloody can. Familiar with ocean fishing, you know. It's one of the first things they introduce you to.
But yeah, ocean fishing's how I got Fisher all the way up to level 100. Miner and botanist, I'm going to need to focus on some collectible farming, which should be a bit easier once I've got full access and flying in Endwalker areas, at least to get them up to level 9, or at least to get Miner up to level 90. And as far as the Disciples of the Hand go, I've just been passively doing it by hitting the custom deliveries every week, since you can do 12 of those a week.
Of course you have.
Yep. Actually, once I get this week's done, I should finally hit 90 with my alchemist. So, which one? Maybe Carpenter next? Yeah, because after Alchemist is done, I'll have Carpenter, Blacksmith, Armorer, and Leatherworker to get to 90.
Still actually need to get the button bars set up for this one.
Mm.
Never actually did level Dancer at all. Haven't even done the introductory quest.
Considering dancer is my main, I'd be more than happy to help you with that. Granted, I've got it set up on controller, but I can still probably guide you through with getting some ideas for how to place everything.
That would be infuriated, but maybe after the stream.
Yeah, maybe.
We don't want to bore people.
Yeah. Yeah, for now, maybe it might be a good idea to wrap the stream up because a lot has gone down.
Thought you might say that. This is why the encouragement was you wanted to go through it all at once, cause like this is not something you could have split into multiple like sessions. Like again, this isn't really something you could have split into multiple sessions because there was a lot to take in during that one section. It's like, yeah, you're here at the dungeon, you have to do this one, then you got to do the next cutscene because it's gonna it gets deep.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that is going to take some time to process. Ooh, Delali. Alright, so I'll wrap up the stream and then I can help you out with getting dancers set up. So, thanks as always, Stormy, because it's always a pleasure, especially since you seem to get a lot of joy out of my suffering in here.
You know that's its pleasure.
Yeah, and it makes me think. At one point, we might want to see if we can bug Shadow to go push through this a bit because, oh my goodness, he has so much to catch up on. Because should he eventually get to this point, it might be fun to actually be on the other side of the what the fuckery.
Oh, absolutely. Shad'll fucking break when he hits this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, though at that point we might at one point need to try and sit and grind our Lalafels if we still want to go down that route. Two wicked little potato gremlins and being the well, one could say good angel and bad angel, but between the two of us, I'm not so sure the good angel describes either of us. But yeah, a thank you as well to everyone who came by to watch the stream, and I hope y'all had a good time, and until the next one, y'all take care now. Bye-bye.